Oh yeah, baby! Arizona World Heavyweight Champion Star Soldier 1 back here again, and I love being the master. Yeah, a fan of the Sega Master System. Sega's first North American console released over here. It pretty much got trounced by the original Nintendo, of course, but Nintendo was on fire back then, and of course, Sega just didn't have their foot enough in the door to really compete with Nintendo back then, but they did better with the Sega Genesis, but doesn't mean that the Sega Master System still isn't awesome. You know, I pretty much gave up my NES collection, for the cash and to release under pressure, I got $12,000 for Stain Event, so I can't complain. But that doesn't mean I got out collecting in general, because, yeah, look at my Sega Master System collection. I still got it. Yeah, right now, here in 2016, I'm looking to see if I can get several different variants and clean up my collection a little bit. One thing I got, in 2015, one of the rare Sega Master System games out there is James Buster Douglas. Yeah. We just lost Muhammad Ali a week ago. That's kind of sad. But, what's even sadder is this guy's career. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, this is a guy who knocked out Mike Tyson, but he quickly lost his World Heavyweight Championship in the next bout against Evander Holyfield. And Sega pretty much kicked this guy to the curb. But he'll still go down in history as being the first guy to beat Tyson, so that has to count for something. And he also has the rarest, or at least one of the rare Sega Master System games out there. Yeah, so if I can give you any advice, if you're looking to complete a North American set of Sega Master System games, you have to be careful what you're buying. Like, here's a North American version of E-SWAT. How do you tell it's North American? Well, it's only in English for one. Well, sometimes, some of these games will be in English and French. Because, I'm Canadian and, in Canada, everything has to be in English and French, La Francais, we have, people in Quebec and all that. And, they speak French, of course. So, of course, you gotta have it in French. But, and just in America up there, or down there, I should say. Yeah, they only speak English for the most part. Well, some of them speak Espanol and all that, but most of the Sega Master System games and the States and all that were in English. Another way you can tell that it's, North American is that logo there at the top. When the Sega Master System was about to kick the bucket, they decided to restructure the games. Instead of the usual Master System font, they added this very strange logo to some of their games. So if you see this on a late release, E-SWAT, like that. That means it's a later Sega Master System release. Now Ghosts and Ghosts here, it's much easier to find the European release than the North American release. Just look for all English on the back. Just look for that, cool little logo. And boom, you're set. And you got the rare version of Ghouls and Ghosts, compared to the super common one that was released in Europe. Now, not all late releases have that sort of logo on the top. Like, here's a rare version of Golden Axe Warrior. Very tough to find. It's like $100 game, but the only way you can tell that it's North American version is by looking at that back and seeing that it's English only. I don't want to sound xenophobic or anything, but that's just the way it was, Here are some of the Canadian releases that are exclusive here. Yeah, to us Canadians, because even though the Sega Master System was kind of a failure in the US with only 92 games released, in Canada, it was kind of a bigger hit. And we got some more games exclusive, to our part of the country and all that. Yeah, we even got American Pro Football, which wasn't released in America. Now, these are pretty much like the European releases. You get a whole bunch of different languages on the back, like La Francais, Espanol, Klingon, and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, and yes, we got Dynamite Dots. This wasn't released in the States. Yes, one of the worst games ever made. Oh, it's so bad. But it's a Canadian exclusive. Yeah, and here are some games that are sadly games that I want to see if I can get upgrades for, but I haven't yet. Dead Angle here, great game. I got the world record on it currently. Yeah, but sadly this one is the European release. So you got a whole bunch of different languages back there. And yeah, some of them are actually still like, the Sonic one, it would still have the multi-languages in the back. But the only thing to really indicate that it's a North American release is that it would have a sticker on the back, which I sadly don't got. Yeah, I got the world record on this game too. Yeah, I even got this made up. Sonic World Champ. Yeah, did you know that? This video that you're watching now is from the Sonic the Hedgehog World Champion currently. I could have that score beaten, but I think it's been like 2 years now and nobody's beaten it yet. So yay me. Yeah, so these ones I just need upgrades for to make them sure they're the North American version. And boom, I got pretty much a complete set. It would have taken me forever to get a complete set of original Nintendo games. Especially since there are over like 750 games released, licensed and unlicensed. Yeah, with Sega Master System, it's much more compact and, oh, I kind of like it that way. Here, it takes up only 2 shelves of space, and I got pretty much a complete collection right here with very little effort. Yeah, think of it. One copy of State Events could have bought this entire collection here, maybe even twice. And maybe I could afford, more European games like I do on the bottom here. Yep, these ones on the bottom are actually European exclusives. Okay. Fade in. Yep. Got ones like Shadow of the Beast. Streets of Rage. Yeah. Strider 2. Yeah. Shadow Dancer, which actually plays a lot like the original arcade version. Super Space Invaders. Yep. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Sonic Chaos. Oh. Yep. We got a lot more Sonic games over in Europe. Miss Pac-Man. Rainbow Islands. Quats. Yeah, G-Lock, the Flintstones, which is not very good. Don't recommend it. Cool Spot. Yeah, and I got a few more down here too. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden. Yep. There's a Ninja Gaiden for a Sega Master System, including, look at this down here. Mortal Kombat. Yep, pretty good version of Mortal Kombat 2. Although the graphics are not that good. That's actually from the Game Gear cover art. No. The graphics are kind of scaled down from that. Yeah. Got ones like Bubble Bubble. Very good port. Lucky Europeans. Yeah. Got a very good version of Aladdin. Now, a lot of these games were actually released on the Sega Game Gear because that's pretty much the same technology that is the Sega Master System 2. But I actually prefer the Sega Master System versions because the action is a bit more zoomed out. You can actually see what's going on. Or yeah, if you compare it to like Sonic the Hedgehog on the Game Gear to the Master System, you can actually see where you're going to jump. You can see where you're going to land. Yeah, it's a much better game overall. Yeah, and Sonic the Hedgehog on the Master System is very, very good. I recommend it. Okay. Another thing you want to look out for is the card games. Now it's weird because in Europe and North America, sometimes these games were released on the cartridge and sometimes they were released on the card. Okay, like in Europe, Outrun actually got a card release. Where, yeah, in North America, yeah, these ones were released on the card. Where in Europe, they were released on the cartridge. Because, yeah, sometimes it's much easier to get the cartridge version because on the Sega Master System 2, for example, I can't say my S's today. Yeah, you can't actually play card games on that. What? Where's my card slot? No, yeah, I can only play cartridges. So yeah, another thing too is that it can't actually play the 3D games. Yeah, look at what I got this Outrun 3D. I love Outrun, but if I just have a Sega Master System 2, I can't play this. Well, I could still play because it has a 2D mode to it, but it sucks. I want to play in 3D. Alright. Yeah, so those are just some of my improved boxes and everything. And hopefully I gave you some nice tips to, you know, make sure that you can beautify your Sega Master System collection too. Like here is Bomber Raid, for example. Now, many people have this in the Sega Genesis section and their used game bins. Well, not so much anymore because, yeah, this game is steadily increasing in value. But it's not a Sega Genesis game, nope. This is one of the later Sega Master System releases. Yeah, released by Activision. They were one of the few companies to actually, you know, have the balls to say, Nintendo, screw you. We're releasing games on every system. We don't care if you have an injunction on us. Yeah, and Activision is known for being a whole bunch of, you know, a-hole jerks because they're releasing the Call of Duty every hour on the minute. But Activision also has a long history of, you know, doing video games justice, making sure that some Atari employees actually got some royalties and some respect. So I can't hate them too much. And yeah, their Master System box art is actually pretty good. Yeah, Activision and Parker Brothers were the only third-party companies on the Sega Master System. That's how bad it was. Nintendo was so big and so huge that other companies were afraid to release games on competing consoles like the Sega Master System and the TurboGrafx 16. Yeah, very few third-party games for those great systems. Yeah, look at that, I got a red box there. It's a Sega Master System game. Now let's have a look at some of that crappy artwork. Yeah, you can tell it's an early Sega Master System game because they didn't even try with the cover art. Very bland, very boring. You just have that white background with stripes on it. Almost like a stupid cage or grid system. Very boring. Get in there. Well, here's a later one. See, much more improved art. That actually looks much more exciting to play. They actually tried this time. Yeah, the Sega Master System is just filled with tons of underrated games for it. Yeah, we got our own copy of Double Dragon here. Got underrated gems like Enduro Racer. Yeah, you can't forget about Alex Kidd either, despite that hideous artwork. Yeah, not all the Alex Kidd games released on the Sega Master System are, known to be too good. This one is awful. Don't recommend it at all. You would think that it's some high-tech futuristic game because it's called High Tech World, but no, it's not. It's actually pretty much like an old adventure game and not a very good one. Yeah, you can pretty much die in one hit and you have to go all the way back to start. Very badly designed. Speaking of badly designed, Elf. Avoid this one, it's terrible. Yeah, just like a lot of, licensed games out there, they pretty much rush it out to market to get that big holiday money. But, yeah. You can tell that they rush it because it just doesn't feel finished. Yeah, you're definitely better off with games like, Phantasy Star. Probably the supreme role-playing game out there for the 8-bit systems. Yeah, it also stars a chick too. So I think that's kind of cool. Kind of plays like RPG Star Wars. And those are just some of the games I got here. Collection has gotten a little bit better over the years. I got a little marquee over there. That's pretty awesome. I got more European games now. I think I did a video a few years ago on my Sega Master System collection. And yeah, it's gotten a lot better. I have no desire to sell it either. Where I got like 40 grand on my NES collection. Yeah, I'm not getting like tons of offers on this sort of stuff. But I don't care. I still love it. I'm currently ranked number 3 in the world for Sega Master System games. At least on Twin Galaxies. So yeah, I got world records on Columns, Castle of Illusion, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Quartet. Just a few world records on there. Montezuma's Revenge. Oh, very good game. I think I lost the record to Michael Jackson's Moonwalker recently, but I don't know, maybe I'll try for it again. Yeah, so that was just a little run through of what I got for a Sega Master System. If you want to see if you can get into it, hopefully I gave you some advice. What to look out for, what to avoid. But either way, there's still lots of great underrated games for this little system here that are just starting to be played out there. Go check her out. I know it got pretty much destroyed by the original Nintendo, but yeah, that doesn't mean that there's still a few gems out there. Yeah. Where's that Road Rash? Very impressed by Road Rash. Not so much by Super Smash TV. Okay, and that's it for me. I think this is run on long enough. If you got any questions or you're curious about the Sega Master System, hit me up. Yeah, and the music in the background is from my top 10, Sega Master System soundtracks and all that. So you can go listen to that on your own if you want to. I'll leave a link and all that. I want to see if I can talk more about this cool little machine and why it's so underrated and so awesome. Okay, see you all there. Let's end on Dynamite Dots.